if you look on page 1-12, you'll see a table and a diagram of where they go. So sometimes maybe begin, sometimes maybe use the end. Well, let's go ahead and place the rest of the water nodes. The first one will be water node 4. And that will be placed along water line 4. Between the top and the west water line. So I'm going to zoom in on that. Using my dynamic option, I can see how the bend is placed, and it looks graphically correct with my angle of 180. So I just data point and get it to the top. Go ahead and zoom into the bottom. Or I'm sorry, place a T next, water node 5. So apply that, and I'll add a water node 5. This time it's a T, and I believe it an 8x6 T, or 6x8 T. Along water line 6, and I can see the angle's not correct, so I'm going to type 90. That's still not correct, so I'll go to 70, and that looks correct. So we'll put it at the beginning of the water line 6. It's 0 plus 0, 0. I'll apply that. Now I'll move on to water node 6. Again, a bend, and I'll show you here, item ID, we keep a list of what you're using, a history if you will. So I can quickly choose again the 8-inch 90-degree bend. This one will go along water line 2, and it'll go at the begin station all the way up to the north there. And it's oriented correctly, so I'll just go ahead and finally water node 7. Again, it's a 90-degree bend. That's going to be over here on our left side. Where you put these doesn't really matter. Go ahead and put them on something. That is oriented correctly, so I'll apply that. And then last but not least will be a T right over here at the southern end. So again, a 6x8 T. And apply. So that concludes all the water nodes. So I'll go ahead and close the water node dialog. Dialog project, as well as water lines. So under water sewer, Navigator is a tool that will display the information in your file or water sewer database. So you can see the 7 water nodes and the 6 water lines. Now I have no sewer nodes and I have no sewer lines. So if I zoom in on, oops, I forgot to place that one, but I'll leave that. If I zoom in on where one should be and type Windows Center or toggle on Windows Center, and I can simply highlight the node in the list and it will zoom me to that one. If you want to highlight it, you toggle on highlight and it highlights the element as well. So the nav is an easy way to kind of maneuver through the information in your database. If you want to change something, you double click on it, the water node dialog, and you can make the appropriate change. So I'll go ahead and click here. And at this point, we're going to look at waterline profiles next.